Hello again. I might perhaps have guessed that any book which the author described himself as the antidote to Brexit, as is the case with The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse, would probably not be the kind of thing which I would go for. However, when I saw it to be made into a cartoon and broadcast this Christmas, I was curious enough to watch the thing, just on the off chance that I was mistaken. I was not. It was more frightful than I could possibly have guessed. It seems that when the author struck a deal with some publishing company to produce in book form a number of inspirational quotes and drawings that he'd been posting on Instagram, they both began crying. I found this a little odd. I've struck about 100 deals with various publishers for books of mine and never yet felt the urge to begin blubbing during the process. Perhaps my publisher wept in private when he saw the poor quality of the manuscript which I submitted, but we certainly didn't sit down together for a group sob. For those who missed this televisual treat, it concerns a little boy who is lost in a bleak and snowy landscape. He meets a horse, a fox and a mole, and they all exchange some ghastly trite and quite literally meaningless opinions. Just in case viewers think that I'm being unduly harsh or that I'm secretly consumed by jealousy that this book should sell so well compared with the stuff which I turn out on subjects such as information technology in the Edwardian period, consider this exchange. "Sometimes I feel lost," said the boy. "Me too," said the mole, "but we love you and love brings you home." I wonder if anybody can explain to me what this actually means. In what possible sense does love bring you home? I honestly don't get it. Nor do I think that the bravest thing I have ever done is ask for help, which is another of the pithy aphorisms contained in both the book and the film made from it. In case viewers do not know about all this, the boy, the horse, the mole and the fox are all supposed to represent different parts of one person's character, or spirit if you like. By generating more or less random sentences and using them as captions for cute images of a sad kid in the snow, these various phrases seem to become imbued with great meaning. So it is that saying "tears fall for a reason and they are your strength, not weakness," is utterly pointless. Of course tears fall for a reason. Sometimes something as trivial as chopping an onion will cause tears to fall. Everything happens for a reason. So the first part of this statement is undeniably true, if trivial. It leads into the second part, that tears are a strength and not a weakness. What does this actually mean? Of course, it means nothing at all, but because it follows on from the simple and obvious statement that tears fall for a reason, we naturally assume that the next part of the sentence will be similarly sensible and true, which of course it is not. The alarming thing about this nonsense is that it is causing people to believe that they are receiving some deep message which tells them something useful about the human condition, whereas in fact they are simply being given a string of sick-making statements which convey nothing useful or true. It really is the emperor's new clothes, the illusion of philosophy without the struggle of thinking deeply. Those who buy into this foolishness are being persuaded not to think deeply, but rather to find comfort in meaningless gibberish. This, I suppose, symbolises the spirit of the age, and it appeals in particular to the Guardian reading classes, who were delighted to hear that the book was intended as an antidote rather to Brexit. I'm opposed on principle to all lazy and shallow thinking, and when it's tricked out with cute animals in this way, it really is anathema to me. I'm strongly reminded of a book which was hugely popular 50 years ago called Jonathan Livingston's Seagull. Exactly the same brand of meaningless waffle tricked out as wisdom from talking animals.